Here, in the basil undergrowth, we're going to be making pesto. Pesto is a really delicious and really simple sauce, and you can just put it in the freezer for whatever you think you'll need. The recipe is very simple. I'll pop it up here, and so you can get all your ingredients measured out so we can get on with the video. So what I've done with my garlic is I've used garlic press, like so. If you do not have one of these, then just chop it up really small just so that it all gets nicely blended together. Here we have our ingredients: our olive oil, our pine nuts, our parmesan, our garlic, and a salt, and some basil. This is the main ingredient in our pesto. So we're going to blend all of these together but in a specific order. So get your blender nice and ready. So in our blender we are going to get our basil and we're going to place all of it in. Ooh. And we're going to add our oil as well. Now we're going to let it blitz for a while. Now, there's a lot of basil bits on the side which aren't completely blended up. So, you're just going to get a little spoon and just scrape down the sides. Just make sure that everything gets blended up nicely. And then give it another good blend. If you can even put the cap on. Nice, you don't want to blend it up too much because you want to have a nice gooey mixture like so. You also don't want it to go brown. So now we're going to add our garlic and our salt. And blitz it again. Now we're going to add our parmesan. Nice, and now our pine nuts. Okay, let's try. Maybe not that.
That's really good.
So this recipe is really easy to do. You can alter it to however you like this. Do you like it more cheesy, nutty? Or do you like it just normal plain? Do you like it more garlicky or slightly more basil-y? So you can just alter it to how you like it. It goes with absolutely anything, like pasta on top of pizza, in bagels, in sandwiches, anything. It's really good. You can also keep it in the freezer for when you need it, or the fridge. Now with my pesto, I'm going to be making pesto pasta for my dinner. Here I have my pesto. I'm going to be using penne pasta, and I'm going to put some broccoli through it. So let's get started. I have my kettle boiling here, and I have some cold water with some salt in the pot that I'm going to be using. I've also weighed out 80 grams of pasta. 80 grams is for one person, so I'm going to do 160 because I'm doing some for my mum as well. So you're going to wait for your kettle to boil, and then you're going to pour the water in here. You don't want it to go very over, so you want it around here. When it's like bubbling and boiling, then you're going to put your pasta in.
So I have the heat on under my pot, and I poured my water in. So now I'm just going to prepare my broccoli. I'm going to chop up my tomatoes as well. Remember, be very careful with boiling water. It is very hot, and you will burn yourself if you're not careful, especially when you're moving it between the pots. Yeah.
Pasta is in the pot, and I put the timer on. I have now done my broccoli, and I'm just going to finish chopping it up and do my tomatoes. The broccoli takes around 3 to 4 minutes. So you put that on when there's 3-4 minutes left to go with the pasta, and you put it straight into that pot, and then the tomatoes you're just going to put on top after the dish is completed. So now we have 4 minutes left on the timer. So I'm going to add in my broccoli. And remember, if you throw it in, it will splash. So very gently, just place it in like so. And then you're just going to wait for the timer to go off, and you're all good to go. So I have strained my pasta, and I've left a little bit of water there, just so that when you put the pesto in, it makes it slightly more liquidy and it goes all around the pasta. I've also prepped some tomatoes for the top, and we have some basil leaves here for the finishing touch. So I'm just going to go ahead now and put some of my pesto into the pan and mix it around with a wooden spoon. So now that I have some pesto left over, to preserve it, what you're going to do is you're going to get a bit of oil, and in your Tupperware you're just going to pour some oil on top. This is just so that it preserves it and protects it and stops the basil from going brown, so you'll have a nice fresh green pesto when you take it out. You can keep it in the fridge or the freezer. Make sure the cap is on nice and tight. So my dish is complete. I just garnished it with a bit of tomato and a basil sprout. I really, really hope you enjoyed this recipe, and you can alter it to however you want it. I really hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye guys!